This
Okay,
conference will now be recorded.
okay, so let's get started. Welcome to Brain and Behavior. I am Dr. Jennifer DeFeo, and I will be your instructor for this course. Please excuse me as I'm getting over being sick, as many of you probably are as well, so I don't sound as great as usual. So I'm going to review the syllabus. This shouldn't take too long, but we'll start off with the fact that this course is 3 credits. We're going to be going until May 1st, and we'll go over each of the weeks and discuss what we are going to be doing. So all of you have had access to the books by Pinnell, Biopsychology. It is the 10th edition. And so you all should have that. Now, if you need to get a hold of me, please email me. I did put my cell phone on here, but a lot of times it's off, or if I'm in sessions with clients, I keep it on silent. So the best way to get a hold of me is my email, which is jdefeo@msmu.edu. I do get back to you quickly. If for some reason you don't hear from me within 24 hours, it means I didn't get it. So you could follow up, but usually you'll hear from me pretty quickly. Now, the objectives and the course description, this is all things that you can review. However, I'm going to go over the assignments and each of the weekly, what we will be doing each week. So first, you need to read. This is really important. I'm actually going to be posting, as I stated on Canvas, I'm going to be posting what I want you to focus on specifically for the quizzes, but I do want you to review each of the chapters. It will help you to understand what I talk about. I don't teach exactly from the book, because that's just, if we did that, you could just read and that would be the course. So I'm going to teach, but this is also going to give you some additional information. So again, I will post study guides for each quiz of what I want you to focus on for the quiz, and what's pertinent. You need to watch the online lectures. I will let you all know once I post each of them as we go through the course. I don't like to post in advance because sometimes people go ahead. I want you to pace yourselves and go exactly how I pace you. So make sure that you do watch the online lectures, because that is a lot of material to be covered, and also it will be reflected on your quiz and your final exam. With your quizzes, you're going to have 6 total. They're each worth 10 points each. I have a typo here. It says 4 quizzes, but it's actually 6 quizzes. So you'll have 6 quizzes, roughly 10 to 15 multiple choice questions online. They're worth 60 points total, so 10 points each, 6 quizzes. That equates to 60% of your grade. They will be online. Once you answer a question, you won't be able to go back, so make sure the answer that you choose is the one that you want. Also, you'll have 20 minutes to complete them, so make sure you do it in the time span. Now, they are specific to the date and time, so you'll have a week from when they open to when they close to do it. Now, so you have to get it done on time. I will not accept anything late. If you miss it, you need to complete them on time, and you have a week to do so. So make sure that you do those. Now, the final exam is the last part. It's worth 40 points, or 40% of your grade. It's cumulative, so it's going to cover all of the material. Study your notes, take notes, study your reading, remember some of the questions that I ask you on the quizzes, and I will give you a study guide for the final exam, so that will help you as well. Now, when we begin the course, which we are, I want you to read chapters 1 and 3, and again, for this next couple weeks, I want you to make sure that you review chapter 1 through 3. I will post a study guide for you for the quiz. I'll be posting a video on the nervous system. So we'll be reviewing peripheral and central nervous system, and an introduction to brain and behavior. Then for week 2, which is actually 2 weeks, so each week is actually 2 weeks of online. So week 2 is going to be on neurons and neurotransmitters, neurophysiology, so how these things work, what does transmission look like, and how that pertains to pharmacology. I think that's important for you to know. So your first quiz, number 1, will be due by 11:59 p.m. on February 3rd. So you'll want to make sure you get it done by then. If you started at 11:58, you're not going to finish it in time and it will close. So make sure that you start it and finish it well in advance, because you never know. I have people who will contact me and say, I started the quiz at 11:30 p.m. and I couldn't get online, or I had an issue. That's why you want to be proactive. So be proactive. Do it in advance. Don't wait till the last minute. Then week 3, we'll talk about neuroendocrinology, the major glands, their functions, the relationship to psychological functioning. We'll talk about some neuropsychological disorders. For that week, or weeks 3, we will be reviewing chapters 7 and 11. Your quiz 2 will be due on February 17th by 11:59 p.m. Week 4, we're going to be covering learning and memory, as well as amnesias, dementias. You'll have quiz 3 that's due by March 3rd. You'll read chapter 16 of Pinnell. Now, week 5, we'll talk about pain and seizures, and we'll also go over cranial nerves. Really cool stuff. I think you'll really enjoy it. You'll have quiz 4. Your reading will be chapter 6 and 16, and quiz 4 will be due by March 17th. At 11:59 p.m. Week 6, we are going to be doing TBI, or traumatic brain injury, cerebral vascular disease, as well as sleep cycles. You'll read chapters 10 and 14, as well as you'll complete quiz number 5, which is due by March 31st. To the right, you'll see 20% of grade. That's an error. Just don't worry about what that says. Week 7, we are going to talk about the biobases of psychological disorders. So things surrounding schizophrenia, anxiety, depression. And I'll have you read chapter 17 and 18, and your quiz 6 is going to be due by 11:59 p.m. on April 14th. Now, week 8, you are not going to have a lecture from me. I want you to read the chapter on drug use, drug addiction, and the brain. That's chapter 15. And your final exam will be due by May 1st at 11:59 p.m. So I gave you pretty much those 2 weeks to study, and then a couple more days to take the exam. So make sure that you use that time. So read only drug use, drug addiction, and the brain. I want you to make sure that you are ready for the questions from that chapter on your final exam, as well as what we covered throughout the semester. So, as mentioned, 60% of your grade, there's 6 quizzes total. There'll be multiple choice, approximately 10 to 20 questions. 40% of your grade is the final exam. It'll be between 80 and 100 questions, multiple choice, and that will consist of your grade. So Any class policies, academic policies you can review on your own. This is standardized across MSMU. If you need any assistance, if you have accommodations, please let me know in advance so I can help you with any needs that you may have. So with that said, I look forward to having this course with you. Future lectures will have a better voice. So I'm again looking forward to having this class with you. And if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email. Again, jdefeo@msmu.edu. So I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend before we get started, and take care of yourselves. All right, speak with you soon. Bye bye.